of this. I think being able to, because it does make our meetings much more accessible for people as well, doesn't it?
Good. Okay, hello everybody. Welcome to another Periscope with me, Robert Joy. I'm here with Rosie from the Coproduction Challenge Group here at Wrexham Centre for Independent Living. Wrexham for Independent Living in an organisation run and controlled by and for disabled people here in Southampton in the UK. Hello Parvinder, thank you for joining the broadcast. So I just thought I would spend a bit of time talking to Will about Coproduction Challenge and co-production. And Parvinder, if you have any questions for Will or for me, then please just feel free to let us know what your questions are. So, Will, can you start by just telling me a little bit about what Coproduction Challenge is?
I can do. It's a bit scary. I didn't realise this is my first Periscope. I didn't realise that people could just join just like that. So, hello Parvinder and anybody else who's joined in. This is quite good fun. Yeah, Coproduction Challenge is a group set up by Spectrum, and the idea is that the group is made up primarily of disabled people, people living with impairments, service users and carers. And we have a few other agency representatives come along. They're people that belong to different major stakeholding groups in the city. So, for example, Southampton City Council and also Southampton City's Clinical Commissioning Group. So we have people come along and they provide us with updates on what's going on in their particular organisations or their departments. So the idea is that it's a co-production group, which means that the service users that attend, the members there, are all residents in Southampton. And the idea is that as a group we work towards being able to build really strong, good, strategic relationships with the council, with the local clinical commissioning group, so that disabled people have the opportunity to be able to affect change, not just at a kind of like a basic consultation level where, you know, they say, what do you think, but at a much higher level. So you're talking directorship level within inside these organisations. So it means that when a service is going to be developed or a new service is going to be designed, that this is done completely right from scratch with the involvement of our service users. So the group itself meets once a month. So we meet on the third Wednesday of every month. And if you live in Southampton, if you're disabled or you're living with an impairment or you're a carer, you can come along and you can join the group. So yeah, I don't know what else you want me to say about that.
What kind of issue do you talk about?
Okay, I suppose there are quite a lot of issues. So, for example, most of the issues that we deal with are based around the idea of health and social care. So it may very well be access to GP surgeries. It may be something to do with accessibility to Southampton City Council, their website, for example. How user-friendly is it? We've been involved in a project recently where we were responsible for designing the decision tree, so the navigation on the Southampton City Southampton Information Directory. So that was a job that we did. We've also been involved in the design of a form called a permission to share form. What that does is the idea is that the permission to share would provide the service user control over who has access to their information, so they can choose who gets to see their information, what bits of their information they get to see. So that's been a project we've been involved in. Just trying to think of other ones.
Why do you think it's important that we involve disabled people?
I think primarily because of that, because they're people. So, and because they're people, then actually they have just as much right as anybody else to be able to have a say in everything that affects them as people. And if, for one reason or another, they are excluded from being able to enjoy or be included in all of the activities that, dare I say, an able-bodied person is able to engage with and get involved in, if they're excluded, then actually things need to be done to see how that can be addressed. And the reason why it's so important for disabled people to be involved is they understand their conditions, their situation, their needs, their lifestyles than anybody else. There's no point. All the goodwill in the world. A professional coming in and saying, "Oh, look, this person's in a wheelchair, or this person's living with an impairment, or whatever, they're going to need this," without actually finding out from the disabled person what they really need. Actually, you're going to end up having to come back and redesign services because you're not getting it right the first time.
Great, thank you. What do you think prevent disabled people getting involved in things like that?
I think there are many obstacles that disabled people will experience in trying to get involved in this. One of them is going to be communication. That's not just for disabled people. Actually, communication is a massive issue across all sectors of our society. But primarily with disabled people, there are a range of different conditions or impairments that mean that communication is even more difficult for them to be able to access. So if you don't hear about something, or if you don't hear about it in a way that you understand, you're going to miss what it is, and you're not going to be able to get involved. There's also other barriers. So, for example, people might find that they are isolated. Their condition means that they find it very difficult to be able to leave their home, or if they do leave their home, they need a lot of care and support to be able to do that. And again, that care and support a lot of time will cost money, or it takes a lot longer to organise those kind of things. So all those factors need to be taken into consideration just to be able to get involved. There's a lot more involvement.
Okay, so how can people get involved? Are they a friendly group, and are you looking for more people to join the group?
Are we a friendly group? I suppose I better say yes. I think it all depends. It all depends because it's a group with a smile, and I suppose I describe it as a group with a smile because one, it shows the smile is friendly, but it also shows that the group has teeth. So if, for example, for some reason a policy or practice in Southampton was disadvantaging disabled people, then that's when our group would bring the teeth out. But generally speaking, the group wants to be able to make friends, it wants to be able to influence the way that the city runs in a really friendly and positive way. We're always looking for new members, so if somebody wants to come along and just like try us out, they can come along, and all they have to do is ideally, we'd like people to book, to be able to come to let us know that they're coming along. So if somebody wants to come along, they can email me on will.rosie@spectrumcil.co.uk, or they can give me a ring on 07912 621 518. What other methods of communication, Robert?
We will put a link on the video later on.
Okay, so there'll be a link on the video as well. So that's going to be great. You can also visit the Spectrum website as well. So we can add that link as well. So we're on the Spectrum website. So people, we're a friendly group. We'd love to have more and more people from Southampton, a diverse range of people representing all the different cultures and communities that the city has to offer, and people will be made very welcome. And there's a light lunch as well, so people want to have a snack after. If that brings them in, brilliant.
Great, thank you, Will, for talking to us.
Thank you for introducing me to Periscope, Rob.